Hello and welcome back to another episode of the Chicago White Sox March to October. I told you now that I got this new computer, new episodes would be coming out more frequently. We had a good one in the last episode, won a bunch of games, won a bunch of series, and we are sitting at 19-5, which right now is pretty comfortably the best record in the league. But the second best record, surprisingly, is the other Chicago team, the Cubs. We're both off to hot starts. We already have ourselves a 7-game lead in the division, and we're on game 25. We're facing the Tigers today, who in terms of projected wins are the next closest behind us, and they're still 19 wins behind. So honestly, this whole season up until the playoffs is a formality. We just got to get through, lock up that division like we already know we're going to. So let's not waste any time. Let's hop right into this game and hopefully knock out a solid chunk of games here today. It's good to see Kopech having a scoreless day because his ERA was starting to slip away, but back down to 368 it looks like. Probably going to go ahead and pull the plug on him because it was saying he was tired. He was at 98 pitches. They got back-to-back lefties up, so let's just go ahead. They already had Crochet warming up, so let's use them. Just got to maintain this lead today. But so far this season, that hasn't been the easiest thing. I feel like I've blown more leads than I've held on to. Even though we've won all the games so far that I've played, I still haven't done the best at preventing runs, at least like right away. And there we go. Crochet with the strikeout. 3 pitches. I completely missed that spot, but he was completely fooled. He thought it was the heater. He's stealing? Can we throw him out here? Oh, really? So I get the perfect throw, right? I get the perfect input. That was not a perfect throw. If it was up to me, a perfect throw would not mean a throw at the second baseman's chest. It would mean a throw literally right there, right on the bag, and that's not what it was. And that's what cost the stolen base. All right, I hung another slider, but that's just a lazy fly ball to Robert. The stolen base doesn't matter. Oh, that's a really tough pitch. 3-2, that's right on the corner. And that's like the type of pitch I struggle with when they throw that slider up in the zone because I'm always looking heat. All right, Luis Robert draws a walk. Back-to-back 3-2 counts, making him throw some pitches out there. That's what I like. And Eloy, we should be safe everywhere, right? Okay, yeah, he beat that out. That was closer than it needed to be, though. And now we got Shohei. 2 on, 1 out. Oh, dude, I don't think I've been hitting that great with Shohei. I remember that, I think there was a second game. I had 3 really nice swings against the Astros, but every single one ended up getting caught. So I really haven't done much. And Sheets, first pitch, right to first base, so we're not going to add any on. I think I'm going to leave Crochet in, see what happens. Give him a short leash, 1 base runner, and he's done. But see if he can extend to 2 innings. There we go, way out in front of the circle change. That is a perfect pitch, wow. We couldn't get the strikeout on 0-2, but we'll take the ground out. So this guy, Ken Blake, is who just stepped up to the plate, and I want to check him out because I didn't recognize him. We have another 18-year-old in the division. Last year it was Jared King from the Royals. This year it's this Ken Blake. We'll have to check him out after the game, see what his potential is. But the fact that he's already a 72, he could be a threat too. And he had 80 contact versus righties. We'll strike him out, though, on 3 pitches. Crochet with 2 scoreless innings and a lot of strikeouts. Is that going to carry enough to get down? It doesn't seem like it. Nah. Oh, dribbler. Not going to beat that out. Man, he threw all 4 pitches at bat away. Just missed that one. Offense came out flat in these 2 innings, man. I really would have liked to add on. Liam Hendricks in, though. Already looking for his 10th save on the year. 25 games in. Oh, is he behind that slider? A little bit. Let's see what the 2-seam up and in does then. Oh, perfect spot! Alright, I don't know why I didn't bounce every pitch to Baez there, but it was hit right to Turner, so that's fine. Oh, another perfect pitch right on the corner. Oh, and that was another perfect pitch. That needed to get the call, dude. Oh, and we broke the bat. We got to make a nice play, though. Oh, it's just in time. Whew, I wasn't sure. Offense didn't do anything, but we didn't need them to. And man, we got a lot of momentum for that. 4 fireballs for coming into the game already with the lead. All right, well, that's going to pump that momentum back up because we were pretty much at nothing. Should be good to continue this hot streak. Almost a full month in. We get a sweep against Detroit. Can we sweep the D-backs? We do. Onto the Reds, another win, and we get our first trade. Wow, on a massive winning streak, and now we got a chance to make a trade. I really don't know. We have to have like the perfect kind of trade pop up for me to even really consider it. And honestly, this is potentially one to consider. Eric Lauer for not much. I mean, Pedro Severino, a 30-year-old, 72C potential. He's not really going to factor in. Jonathan Stever, I mean, he could eventually get good, but already 26, still only a 66. And then a D potential 28-year-old. Lauer's 28. B potential. We'd only have him for this year though, so he's not really a long-term guy. And he's not having a good year, and he hasn't had good years. He's been getting steadily worse. I know it's pretty early in this year, but it's a lot of runs and a lot of hits. 34 hits in 21 innings. All right, let's see what else. We have 2 options from the Tigers. Who do they want to get rid of? Spencer Turnbull for Phil Marks. See, there's still these trades, man. They're more geared towards like a win now thing. And obviously I am in win now mode, but I don't really need to be adding pieces. I put prospects as what we're looking for, so that's the kind of trades I want to see popping up. What's the other one the Tigers have? I guess this is more along those lines. Matt Manning, 26 years old, 76 overall, B potential, under control for a while. Wow, 15 scoreless innings to start this year too. We'd have to get rid of Yermin, which might not be the worst since he's not up anyway. He's not in the big leagues anyway. And I mean, we do have to kind of be realistic. He is 31 years old, so he's not going to get any better than he is already, probably. We'd be getting rid of Brad Hand, which would be a good thing because, I mean, our bullpen is amazing, and then Brad Hand's out there with a 7.71 ERA. We'd also get rid of Jose Ruiz, which I'd be fine with. Matt Manning would kind of probably be in the Ronaldo Lopez role that we had the last couple years alongside Luzardo as a long reliever. The other thing I could see being good about this though is like if after this year Kopech has another year where he doesn't perform well, which he's doing all right now, but if he has another year, if he regresses again, then I'd want to try him out in the pen because that 65 stamina, you know, it might be doing it. And if we do get Matt Manning, we could swap them because Manning does have enough stamina to be a starter at 76. His hits and Ks per 9 are nowhere near as good though, so that would need some work. I don't know though, there's not much of a reason not to do this because Jose Ruiz probably isn't going to factor in. Yermin could, but he doesn't need to. You know, I don't think I'm gonna do this. I was really close. I was really close to pulling the trigger and saying let's do this, but I feel like for really any trade at this point with how good our team is, I would have to feel like 100% certain that it's the best move. And I just don't know that it is, and it's not really for what we're giving up. It's just more for does it matter? Like, is it worth it for what we're getting? Because for this year in a vacuum, I'd still rather call up Christian Javier to be in the bullpen instead of Brad Hand, and then also kind of instead of Matt Manning. And I mean, we have Matthew Thompson, who last I checked was a 72 or 73 overall, so by the end of this year he'd be pretty much just as good as Matt Manning is and like 3 years younger. So I don't know, I think I'm just gonna not do a move here just because I don't really think any of these really fit our current team in a way that's all that beneficial. So we're gonna go ahead and decline these trades, and it looks like we're gonna play right away here. First game of May. So we go 25-5 in April and March if there was a couple games in March. 10 games up in the division already. Checking in a little bit on Vaughn after his boost. His numbers are coming up a bit. And Liam Hendricks, dude, this has to be one of the best months that a reliever has like ever had. 13 games, 13 saves, 1 hit allowed in 13 strikeouts, no walks. no runs. Crazy, dude. It's looking like a good move so far that I decided to bring him back. All right, we're not going to be able to just coast to a win in this one, though. We got to make a comeback. Down 2. 2 on, but 2 out to start in the 7th. So if we don't do it now, we're going to have to put together these runs on our own. Man, and Ohtani got hit around today. What happened? I mean, it looked like he was going pretty good until the 6th there. Ooh, so actually this gives us a chance to see what angle. This is the first time I think we've loaded into a game besides opening day where Ohtani's been pitching. I was curious to see what they're doing, you know, how they automatically fill that DH spot, and I was not hoping for it to be angle. That's just another one of those drawbacks of March to October, is you don't get control over things like that. All right, hang on. We're seeing at the bottom ticker here, German Marquez, AL Pitcher of the Month. Always cool to see things like that we can't see in the menus. Oh, enough with these perfect pitches on 3-2 counts. I swear, dude, the pitching is better in this 3rd season than it was the first 2. Nick Senzel really has 2 homers today, and one of them was a grand slam. He has their entire offense. We'll stick with Graveman, though. He has a lot of energy left, it looked like. There we go. Got him chasing up. Gotta make this play, Tim. There we go. I thought he had more speed. Guess not. He has more speed. Yeah, we're not going to make that play. I don't think that rolls foul either. I thought about letting it try, but I guess it would have been the same result anyway. Alright, grounder to second, though. That swinging bunt doesn't matter. Graveman, a nice inning. Oh, wow. Look at how bad that was. I saw that hanging. I thought I made a good swing. What was my left thumb doing? Another hanger. And I whiff. And now they bring in a new pitcher? TJ Antone was rolling. Turner, I don't think that's hit well enough to go anywhere. So we're going to have to make our comeback in the bottom of the 9th if we're going to make a comeback. Going back to Crochet, he's having a year too. 14 strikeouts and 8 2/3 with no walks. And look at the Reds. They got Devers now. They had a pretty solid team, it seemed like. Oh, dude. Come on. Oh my God. And he fouls off a perfect slider like that. Alright, so how do you put him away? I guess like that. The fastball's got to go outside. And they have Benintendi. Dude, they kind of loaded up on some guys. I'm sure we saw all these moves in the offseason if they were made in this last offseason. I just don't quite remember them all. Mondesi, Benintendi, Devers. Ooh, and we struck him out looking. Crochet's already added 2 more strikeouts. Ooh, and he couldn't hold up. Crochet strikes out the side. Keeps it where it's at. They went to Lucas Sims to close this game. He's got 98 hits per 9. This is not going to be easy. He's got heat. He's got a slurve. That's going to be enough to mess me up. Ah, thought I was locked in. Got me way out in front of that one. All right, 4-pitch walk to Eloy, tying run coming up to the plate, and we're gonna bring in Sano. I mean, they could have just had this. They could have already had this set up, and then we'd have Engel's speed to come off the bench if we needed it. But now we got to bring in the bat, cold off the bench. That's a perfect pitch. Also, how cool would it be if they actually had the new Ohtani rule in the game, and then we could have just had Ohtani hitting here. Alright, worked it back full from an 0-2 count. I'd take the walk. I'd take another base runner for Sheets. And I would have if I didn't swing. Why was I looking to swing there? Why was I geared up? I was totally fine with walking. Alright, Sheets, it's up to you. Oh, how did I miss that? I really don't know. I don't know. Was I late? Was I just off of it? That's not good, dude. That's 2 games in this episode where I haven't hit anything. Well, as far as I can remember, that's my first loss of this year, and that's actually going to flip the momentum. It's still going to be neutral. It's just going to show the snowflake. What does that mean for the Seattle series? We still took 3. Oh, this is it. This is potentially the single biggest thing that could have happened in the regular season of season 3 this year. The Colson Montgomery fast track. I cannot stress enough how important this is, and that is exactly why I'm not gonna play it in this episode. I can recognize that I'm not swinging the bat well today, and I need to swing the bat well in this Colson Montgomery fast track. So guys, I am going to cut this one short here, but make sure you come back for this Montgomery fast track, because that's going to be a big one. So if you haven't, hit that subscribe button so you don't miss it. Leave a like on this one for me if you enjoyed. But thank you all for stopping by today. Thanks for watching, and I will see you next time.